If you're over 70, and by the time evening rolls around your legs feel heavy, tight, almost like they don't belong to you anymore. Sighs. If you've ever been jolted awake at 2:17 in the morning by a cramp so sharp it quite literally steals your breath. Gasps. Or you find yourself lying there, shifting, stretching, trying to get comfortable, but your legs just won't settle. I need you to pause. Serious. Not later. Not after this video. Right now. Because what I'm about to share with you is something so overlooked, so quietly ignored, that millions of seniors are suffering every single night without ever realizing there might be a simple explanation hiding in plain sight. And here's the unsettling part. It's not being discussed at your routine checkups. It's not printed clearly on the back of your multivitamin bottle. And it's definitely not being mentioned in those glossy commercials selling pain creams, massagers, or compression socks. Yet this one issue, this one missing piece, could be the difference between waking up in pain or waking up with legs that actually feel steady, supported, and reliable again. I'm Dr. Daniel Carter, and on this channel, everything we talk about is grounded in research and designed specifically for adults over 60, because your body plays by different rules now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, take a second and do that now, because what you don't know at this stage of life can quietly chip away at your comfort, your mobility, and your independence. Now, let's talk about what's really going on inside your legs. The nutrient I want to focus on today is magnesium, but not just any magnesium, a very specific form called magnesium glycinate. And before you think, I've heard about magnesium before, stay with me, because this is where most people go wrong. They've heard the word, but they've never been told the full story. Not the type, not the timing, and definitely not how deeply it connects to leg pain, nerve discomfort, and circulation after the age of 70. Here's a number that should stop you in your tracks. According to data published by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, nearly 68% of American adults do not get enough magnesium from their diet. But here's the part that almost no one emphasizes. That number climbs even higher in adults over 70. Why? Because your body changes, quietly, gradually, but significantly. Your kidneys, which help regulate magnesium, become less efficient at holding on to it. Your digestive system doesn't absorb it as effectively as it once did, and certain medications, especially for blood pressure, can actively drain magnesium from your system. So what you end up with is something I call a silent depletion cycle. And your legs? They're often the first place it shows up. Now think about this for a moment. What are your legs actually doing while you sleep? It may feel like nothing, but beneath the surface, your body is incredibly active. Muscles are repairing, nerve pathways are recalibrating, blood is circulating, delivering oxygen, clearing out waste. It's a nightly maintenance cycle, and magnesium plays a role in over 300 biochemical processes in your body. Many of them happen during this exact window. So when magnesium levels drop, muscles don't fully relax, nerve signals become erratic, blood vessels constrict ever so slightly. And what does that feel like? It feels like sudden nighttime cramps, restless, jittery legs, deep aching heaviness, stiffness when you first stand up in the morning, that something isn't right, feeling you can't quite explain. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a cramp hit so suddenly, so intensely, that you had to sit up immediately, grab your leg, and just wait for it to pass? If that's happened to you, even once, you already know how disruptive it can be. Now imagine that happening multiple times a week, or every single night, because for many seniors, it does. A study published in 2021 in the journal Nutrients followed 130 adults over the age of 65 who regularly experienced nighttime leg cramps. Half were given 300 milliliters of magnesium daily, the other half, a placebo. After just 8 weeks, the magnesium group experienced a 56% reduction in cramp frequency. The placebo group, only 11%. But here's what makes this even more important. The magnesium group didn't just have fewer cramps. They slept better, they moved better during the day, and their overall leg comfort improved in a way that actually changed how they lived. Now I want to introduce you to someone. Her name is Dorothy. She's 74, a retired teacher, and when she first came to me, she described her nights as predictable misery. Every night, like clockwork, between 2 and 4 a.m., a cramp would seize her left calf, not mild discomfort. I'm talking about a full-body reaction. She would gasp, grab the bed frame, sometimes even cry out. Her husband started sleeping lightly, just waiting for it to happen. And during the day, she stopped walking as much, not because she couldn't, but because she was afraid that more activity would make the nights worse. Now here's where it gets interesting. Her previous doctor had recommended calcium, and she took it faithfully, but no one explained this critical detail. Calcium makes muscles contract. Magnesium allows them to relax. So when calcium is high and magnesium is low, you don't fix the problem, you intensify it. We started Dorothy on 350 milligrams of magnesium glycinate before bed, not in the morning, not randomly during the day, very specifically before sleep. Within 3 weeks, her cramps dropped from 7 nights a week to fewer than 2. By week 6, they were almost completely gone. Now let's pause for a second, because this next part is where most people make a costly mistake. Not all magnesium is the same. Walk into any store, CVS, Walgreens, even online, and you'll see multiple types: magnesium oxide, magnesium citrate, magnesium sulfate, magnesium glycinate. They all sound similar, but they behave very differently inside your body. Magnesium oxide, it's cheap, it's common, and it has a bioavailability of about 4%, meaning your body absorbs almost none of it. Magnesium citrate, better absorption, but often causes digestive upset, especially at higher doses. Magnesium glycinate, this is different. It's bound to an amino acid called glycine, which helps transport it efficiently through the intestinal wall. Absorption rates can reach up to 80%. And here's the bonus. Glycine itself has calming properties, so you're not just supporting your muscles, you're also supporting deeper, more restorative sleep. But the story doesn't end with cramps, because magnesium's role in your legs goes even further. A 2022 study from the University of Vermont, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, found that older adults with adequate magnesium levels had significantly better peripheral circulation. In simple terms, better blood flow to the legs and feet. And that matters more than you might think, because poor circulation is what creates that heavy, sluggish feeling, swelling around the ankles, numbness or cold feet, fatigue after short walks. Think of your blood vessels like a garden hose. When they're tight, constricted, stiff, flow is restricted. But when they relax, everything moves more freely. Magnesium helps your blood vessels do exactly that: relax, open, and deliver what your muscles need. And then there's the nerve component. This one often goes unnoticed or misdiagnosed. If you've ever felt tingling, burning, pins and needles, or that crawling sensation in your legs at night, that's not just getting older. That's your peripheral nerves struggling to send clean, stable signals. Research from Johns Hopkins in 2020 showed a strong correlation between magnesium levels and nerve function in adults over 65. Even more compelling, after 12 weeks of supplementation, nerve conduction improved measurably. That's not just symptom relief, that's functional improvement. Now let me ask you something. Which of these sounds most like you? Cramps, heaviness, restless legs, tingling, morning stiffness? Because each one of those may be pointing to the same underlying issue. So what should you actually do? Let's get very clear. Take 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate every evening, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Take it with a small snack, something simple like crackers or peanut butter, to improve absorption. Avoid taking it on an empty stomach. And when you're choosing a supplement, look specifically for magnesium glycinate or bisglycinate. Same thing. Avoid magnesium oxide entirely and check for third-party testing, USP or NSF certification. Now here's something most people don't do, but you should. Track your progress. Just a simple log. How often cramps happen, how your legs feel in the morning, how well you're sleeping. Because improvements can be subtle at first, then suddenly very noticeable. Now, a quick but important word on safety. If you have kidney disease, or you're taking diuretics, antibiotics, or heart rhythm medications, talk to your doctor first. Start at 300 milligrams. Only increase if your body tolerates it well, and if you notice anything unusual, muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, extreme fatigue, stop and seek medical advice. Now let me tell you about Harold, 77 years old. For years, he dreaded the night, because getting out of bed meant bracing for pain. His legs were stiff, unpredictable, unreliable. Some mornings his wife had to help him down the stairs. That's where he was, 3 months after starting magnesium glycinate. He sent a message, short, simple, but powerful. He had walked 2 miles with his grandson for the first time in 4 years. That's not just physical improvement. That's life returning. So here's the bottom line. If your legs are trying to tell you something, through cramps, heaviness, restlessness, or pain, don't ignore it. And don't assume the answer is more creams, more calcium, or just getting older. Sometimes it's the quiet absence of something your body has needed all along, something that helps muscles relax, nerves communicate, and blood flow freely. If you're going to start this, comment starting below. And if you've already tried magnesium, share your experience, because someone reading your comment might finally connect the dots. I'm Dr. Daniel Carter. If this helped you, subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week, we're talking about a simple morning habit that may be quietly raising your blood pressure after 65, and almost no one realizes they're doing it. Until then, take care of your legs, because they're carrying more than just your body. They're carrying your independence.